We love hip hop.
Let me put y'all onto something real quick, okay? There's a serious new scam going on right now. All right, new scam alert, new scam alert. Right now, there's a scam where there's an SMS blaster. You guys know what an SMS is? That's literally text messages. You know, when somebody's sending text messages through freaking Androids and shit like that, they go through SMS, right? So there's an SMS blaster that crooks are using to send mass text messages to people. And with this blaster now, they're getting a lot of bread. So I'm going to play the video here, courtesy of CP24. Let's get into it.
Police headquarters happening now at police headquarters. Police are announcing the results of a cybercrime investigation dubbed Project Lighthouse. Let's listen in.
Thank you. Good morning. Today, we're speaking about an investigation that is a first in Canada and one that highlights how quickly the landscape of crime is evolving. This investigation, dubbed Project Lighthouse, involves the use of a mobile SMS blaster, a sophisticated device designed to mimic a cellular tower, intercept connections, and send fraudulent text messages directly to people's phones. It's a technology that until now had not been detected operating anywhere in this country. What makes this particularly concerning is the scale and impact. This wasn't targeting a single individual or a business. It had the ability to reach thousands of devices at once.
Damn.
And beyond the financial risk, there are real public safety implications. For instance, when devices are diverted from legitimate networks, even briefly, it interferes with a person's ability to connect to emergency services like 911. This is a clear example of how cyber-enabled crime is becoming more advanced, more mobile, and more difficult to detect, and why policing must continue to evolve alongside it. I want to recognize that the outstanding work of our members, particularly the Coordinated Cybercrime Center, or C3, within our intelligence unit. Their expertise, persistence, and collaboration were critical in identifying and disrupting this activity. I also want to thank our policing partners, including the RCMP's National Cybercrime
Oh my God. Listen, for the people who watch these live streams, you know how it goes. They do the press conference, they break down what the crime is and the fact and what they busted today, and then they do a bunch of glazing for about a minute and change. So they're going to big up this person, big up that department, big up this department. Like, all right, bro, get off each other's dicks.
York Regional Police, Hamilton Regional Police Service, and private sector partners who supported this investigation from the beginning. This kind of work does not happen in isolation.
Told you, like, he spent a minute just, yo, I want to big up this person, my dad, my mom, my cousin John, like, yo, everybody out there who helped me freaking get into the police force. Like, nigga, shut up.
Finally, I want to remind the public that while this technology is new in Canada, the goal of the crime is not, and that's to gain access to your personal and financial information. Staying cautious and informed remains one of the most effective ways to protect yourself. I'll now turn it over to Detective Sergeant Rydell, who will walk you through the investigation in more detail.
Thank you, Deputy. As mentioned, this investigation began in November 2025 when a cybersecurity partner alerted law enforcement to a suspected SMS blaster operating in downtown Toronto.
DT.
The image you see here is an example of an SMS blaster from an investigation in the UK.
Look at this shit.
The ones we seized in Toronto were uniquely built and we're not sharing those publicly for safety reasons. Through the course of the investigation, we determined the device was mobile and being run out of a vehicle, which allowed it to move throughout the Greater Toronto area and be used in multiple locations.
Sick.
An SMS blaster works by...
Listen, and I'm not trying to freaking big up anybody doing this. I'm not condoning of any crimes, right? But that's kind of sick. Keep that shit in the back of the car, drive around town, and then you'll be able to just catch the area codes or from different places, bro. You're sick when you do that.
Mimicking a legitimate cellular tower
Rewind.
area and be used in multiple locations. An SMS blaster works by mimicking a legitimate cellular tower. When people's phones connect to it, they receive fraudulent text messages that appear to come from trusted organizations, often directing them to click a link. Those links lead to fake websites designed to steal personal information, including banking credentials and passwords. This is commonly known as smishing.
Smishing. Ooh, I found a new term, smishing.
We believe tens of thousands of devices connected to the blaster over several months. We also identified more than 13 million network disruptions where devices were unable to properly connect to legitimate cell towers. That's significant because during those moments, access to services like 911 could be impacted. On March 31st, 2026, investigators executed criminal code search warrants at residents in Markham and Hamilton. 2 men were arrested, and we seized a large quantity of electronic evidence, including several SMS blasters.
Several.
On April 21st, 2026, a third man turned himself into police. In total, 3 men have been charged with 44 offenses, including fraud and mischief-related charges. This investigation involved close
Man,
coordination
they're gonna touch road just now.
with our partners, including the RCMP's National Cybercrime Coordination Center and Federal Policing Central Region, York Regional Police, Hamilton Police Service, as well as financial institutions and telecommunications providers. Their support was critical in helping us identify and disrupt this activity. I also want to take a moment to remind the public of a few key steps you can take to protect yourself.
Listen to her.
If you receive a text message you weren't expecting, do not click on any links. Be cautious of messages claiming
Actually, I'm gonna listen to her because I'm the demographic now of the people who fall for this bullshit.
to be from legitimate organizations requesting payment. Only access your banking through official apps or by typing the website directly into your browser. And never share your personal or login information through unsolicited
There we go.
messages. If you believe you've been a victim of fraud, we encourage you to report it to the police.
I'm gonna do that.
Thank you, and I'll now take any questions.
Let me ask you guys a question. Right? If somebody did a fraud on you, all right, committed fraud on you, would you rat on them? There's one thing when like niggas might rob you or some shit like that, and you're in the streets, but like, and I'm talking to street niggas too. I'm not just talking to just like the civilians out there. But if you got caught up in a fraud situation where, I don't know, they took $10,000 out of your bank account, street niggas too, right? Not somebody running up and kicking your door off and all that type of tough guy shit. I'm talking about you got scammed by some guys in Pakistan and they took $10,000 out of your bank account, but you were able through one of your homies who are good with the computers and shit to find out exactly who stole your money. You can't go to Pakistan and go get your money back from these niggas. Your only recourse is to call the authorities and say that somebody fraudulently took this money out of my account. Mind you, even if the money that's in your bank account came through illegal means, it didn't get taken away from another nigga on the street. It got taken away by you clicking the wrong link on your phone. All right? Are you holding that? Are you hugging that as a street nigga? Or as a civilian? Civilians can let me know also. All right? 1 in the chat if you're like, you know what? I'm calling the police on these niggas. Or 2 in the chat if you just gotta hug that, bro. I'm gonna hug that. They got me. Charge it to the game. Right? It's not the same shit, right? It's not like, yo, I'm gonna get these niggas. Oh, they robbed me. I'm gonna get these niggas. Nah, bro. You answered the phones to the duck cleaning guys, or you did the wrong text. You know what I mean? You clicked the wrong link in the text. Ranjit cleared your account, bro. Yo, fam, I went OT for the last 2 weeks to get that money, bro. What do you do? What are we dealing with? Right? One in the chat if, yo, I'm calling the police. All right? Street niggas included. You're a road man. You know what I'm saying? I hug these corners, bro. I be driving all night trying to get this money. And Ranjit took all of it in one swipe? Nigga. Get your girl to call. But somebody's got to call. You know what I'm saying? If you tell Twitter, Easy Factor, as a street nigga, technically that might be snitching, but you might be able to get away with it because these street niggas love to push the goalpost all over the place. Like, oh, nah, him getting on Twitter, we all snitch on each other all the time or snitch on ourselves all the time. That ain't snitching, right? So you could get away with it if you go on Twitter and say, yo, these niggas robbed me. Yo, niggas in India robbed my account. Right? Peace Loves puts a 1 in the chat, right? I gotta listen. I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm snitching. I'm fucking. Listen, Reddit, you could clip that. I don't give a shit. I'm snitching, right? I don't care even if I'm in the streets. Fuck it, I'm snitching, right? This is not a nigga who kicked my door off and I could just go get it back in blood type shit, right? Even though you all know I'm a mesquite, I wouldn't even do it. You already heard that story. I already told that story, right? But at least if I'm not going to go get it back in blood, I'm just going to have to hug it if I'm a street nigga, if a guy puts a gun in my face and takes my money. But if I just click the wrong link and now all my money that I freaking hustled all freaking week for is gone, I might have to freaking get somebody to call the police for me. Even if I don't do it myself, just because of the discomfort of still having like the smell of crack on you from freaking cooking up in the kitchen to now you on the phone calling 911. Like, I know it's a wild transition. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, the work is cooling off in the kitchen right now. Right? You got the shit there on the freaking on the plates right now. Right? Just if you know, you know. But the work is cooling off right now, and I'm on the phone like, nigga, they took my money. They took all of my money. Right? What do you do for a living, sir? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I clicked the wrong link, officer. How could I get my money back? That's me. Let me know. What are you doing? Are you clicking? Are you calling the police? If you get frauded by somebody in like Pakistan somewhere, or are you just hugging that? Charge it to the game. Right? I might call 411 and press 0. Listen, man. Someone please call 911. Trust me, bro. It feels liberating when you're like, now you could just say, you know what? I don't care, man. Like, don't violate me, man. I'm going to call 911, bro.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.